It was modeled after an old Croatian village because it is one of the top-rated barbecue restaurants, not just in Dallas, but in the state. And then that brings us to con number 5, which is today we are going to take you through everything that you need to know about McKinney, Texas. And when I say everything, I mean everything. So we are starting right here in the historic downtown, my absolute favorite area of McKinney. But we are going to take you through and show you housing, schools, golf courses. We're going to talk about the economy, the safety, and we're going to be sharing with you the 5 hidden pros and 5 hidden cons of McKinney while taking you through this entire suburb that is one of the most popular here in North Dallas, where a lot of people are making that move. And you can see just even right behind me how well this downtown historic portion of McKinney is. It's my absolute favorite because it has the most shops, the most restaurants, the most hot spots, coffee shops. And speaking of coffee, you know I loved a nice Americano. So let's go check out one of my favorite coffee shops here in downtown McKinney, which is called Layered. And buckle your seatbelts, grab your popcorn. We're gonna take you through everything you need to know. This is going to be a great day, so let's go have some fun. Well, starting the day off with the iced Americano. Now, normally I like hot Americanos in the morning, but since we're running around outside today, it is a little toasty here in Texas. That is something that you will have to deal with. It's already almost 90 degrees at 8:30 in the morning. But I like it. It's like a nice warm blanket that wraps you up and welcomes you every time you step outside. And then you walk into all the buildings and they're absolutely freezing cold. So when you come to historic downtown McKinney, there is no shortage of things to do here. You could spend an entire day. There's over 120 shops, restaurants, boutiques, everything that you need right here in historic downtown. And this is one of the oldest historic areas in the entire North Dallas area, and the largest as well. Best preserved. It's really nice. And if you know me from my other videos, you know I love the historic downtowns, the history, the character, everything that you see, all of these old buildings around here that have been preserved on the outside, but on the inside, most of them have been restored with a few modern touches, but restored to their old glory. And it's really a sight to see. You got to come here and check out every single one of them one by one. You won't be disappointed. And make sure you stop by Layered for a great cup of coffee or breakfast. They're open from 8 to around 2 or 3, and you have this nice patio, which you probably want to come earlier before the heat starts to set in during the summertime, but otherwise you're going to have a really great time. So you have a clear roadmap of what we're doing today. We are going to be showing you housing, the schools, the economy, the parks, the shopping, the golf courses, the restaurants, and everything in between. But let's start off with a little bit of history as well, just so you can get a better understanding of what it's like to be here in McKinney. McKinney, Texas stretches back all the way to the mid-19th century. The story began with the establishment of a post office in 1848, marking the early stages of a growing community. Now, as the time passed, McKinney's fortunes shifted with the arrival of the railroad in 1872, which opened doors to increased trade and economic opportunities. In the upcoming years, McKinney experienced a revitalization with renewed focus on preserving its historical roots, and that's what gives the North Dallas city its old-fashioned charm. Today, McKinney stands a testament of the perseverance of its people and the significance of the community, boasting a thriving downtown area, a rich cultural scene, and a deep appreciation for its heritage. All right, well, just had to wrap up a spa session there at the Skylight Salon here, but this is what I loved, like these old, these old historic buildings where you come in this nice entryway. Now, if you don't notice it, you might just walk right by, but it goes upstairs, and the salon is upstairs, and then downstairs you have Rosa's and Lavanda's boutique shop. Then you've got Texas goodies right here. Then we're coming up on the restaurant, which is, what is this? Patina Green. So local spot, local finds. But right there, just those 4 shops right in a row add the uniqueness to this area. Now, if you're in a hurry today as well, which I understand, and maybe you don't make it all the way through this video, make sure you check the description below and get our relocation guide. That's gonna help a lot of you out because you're thinking about making a move over to this area. You can download that, it's absolutely free. Make sure you check that out in the description. And by the way, my name is Levi Lassick. I'm with the Living in Dallas, Texas team. And make sure you comment below as well. Let us know what you like about McKinney if you've lived here, or if you're thinking about moving to this area. What questions do you have? We'll be happy to answer those. Let's go check out a couple more of these shops. So the jobs and economy in McKinney, Texas are very strong. The median home value is $530,000. The median household income is $106,000. Unemployment rate of only 2.5%. Some of the top employers are Globe Life, Wells Fargo, AT&T, and IBM. You can see we got a nice little museum there off to the right, or to the left. My left, maybe you're right. But nice little boutique shops again, Hugs Cafe. You've got furniture shops, you've got more restaurants. I mean, it's just endless what you can do down here in downtown McKinney. And this is what I love about historic downtown McKinney as well, is these old homes, 100-plus-year-old homes here, all the intricate designs, the craftsmanship, the uniqueness, everything that you want to see, at least that I want to see in these older homes, really makes this downtown area stand out. Now let's start with one of the pros of living in McKinney, that it is one of the, actually ranked the 15th safest city in the state of Texas, according to upcity.com. Now, you always want to check online stats and data and everything before making a move anywhere if that's something you're concerned about. But overall, McKinney is rated as one of the top safest areas, and that's why people love it here so much. Now we're here in a new construction community just minutes from downtown McKinney that features just a few sites left, and you can see they're designing these to kind of have the old school look, the farmhouse, the Tudor, that old historic feel. But if you want something that's more new construction, then you see over on this side, they're still building a couple of sites. Less than 10 left remain just in this neighborhood. And if you recall, then, and if you haven't yet, you can check out the video where we toured this property with one of our team members, Betty, to show you everything inside there. It's absolutely amazing, these properties, but you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. So if you want something new, but still kind of like that old town feel, this community right here, which is really just minutes from downtown, that you could probably walk over there as well, depending on the heat of the day, and enjoy that, then you have access right here to some new construction. But let's go look at a couple of the historic homes that are on the market right now as well, so you can get an idea of what you can get in different price ranges. Now we're coming up on a listing here, probably one of my absolute favorites here in McKinney, because this is like the epitome of the historic home. I mean, it is absolutely massive. First of all, on top of that, it's on the National Registry for Historic Homes. So this home is listed at $1,299,000. It's a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 5,200 square feet, built in 1900. So this home is metalled with a distinguished state and city marker and has all the historic charm and character that you could ever imagine. Has pine wood floors, intricate woodwork, solar and cocoa glass panes, and 4 original tile fireplaces, and the staircase are just a few of those features. Now, if your budget is a little bit less than 1.3 million and you want to be in a historic home, then you've got an opportunity kind of like this one, which is just at $500,000. This home is listed at $500,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,211 square feet, built in 1900. As you will see on the exterior, it keeps its old world charm, while the inside has nice new modern touch-ups. So pro number 2 of living in McKinney, Texas is going to be the vibrant music scene. This is something that a lot of people up here in this area absolutely love. Those music lovers, that's usually associated with downtown Dallas, Deep Ellum, you know, things to do around the city. So you don't find much of that up here in North Dallas in the suburb area, but McKinney has what you need. Downtown McKinney has a lively music scene with a variety of genres. Local musicians perform at venues and bars, showcasing their talent in intimate settings. The area hosts music festivals and events throughout the year, attracting both local and national artists. The supportive community and proximity to Dallas-Fort Worth contribute to the scene's growth. Now, whether you enjoy country, rock, jazz, or other genres, downtown McKinney offers a vibrant music culture for everyone to enjoy. You can check out places like the Celt Irish Pub, the Cadillac Pizza Club, or even McKinney Performing Arts Center for live music in the downtown area. So the number one con probably here in McKinney is no public transportation. So the DART system that extends through Plano and a lot of the other areas, goes all the way to the airport, doesn't extend to McKinney. So but Dallas is not really a public transportation place. I mean, you're going to need a vehicle while you're here. But also, I brought you in this little section, just if you listen for a moment, you hear that? That's what we call Texas white noise right there, right? The cicadas, we always called them locusts growing up, but they get out and about during the summer. I think it's kind of a peaceful sound. I like it. Some people get a little creeped out by it, but I don't think it's that really big of a deal. But you will hear them everywhere you go whenever you're out during the day in the summertime. And of course they leave their little shells on the trees, but it's just something we grew up with. I think it's kind of cool. But we're gonna dive into the schools now, which is going to be pro number 3. So pro number 3 of living in McKinney, Texas is going to be the school system. As you can see here, we're right at McKinney High School, the original, and McKinney School District is ranked in the top 5% in the state of Texas. So the McKinney Independent School District has an 89 rating from the Texas Education Agency, which is good. One of the fastest growing school districts in Texas, consisting of over 24,500 students. There's 22 elementary schools, 5 middle schools, 3 high schools, and 68 facilities that total over 4 million square feet. As you just saw with McKinney High School, it's the original of the 3 public high schools. It has an A rating from niche.com, serves over 2,950 students, has a 96% graduation rate, SAT scores on average of 1180, ACT scores on an average of 25, and a 17-to-1 student to teacher ratio. And there's no shortage of golf clubs here in McKinney as well that you will absolutely love, just like the Eldorado Country Club right here. And you'll notice this one is right in the middle of a community. I mean, if you're in this community, you could walk over here very easily or drive your golf cart, head over to the country club, knock out some balls, and back home for dinner. So the Eldorado Country Club is one of the premier golf courses here in McKinney. It was established in 1981. With the 18-hole layout, it offers a challenging and enjoyable golfing experience for players of all levels. The club also caters to families, providing amenities such as tennis and pickleball courts for friendly matches. For aquatic activities, the club features a junior Olympic-sized swimming pool with a diving well and a separate wading pool for children. Private swimming lessons are available as well. Additionally, the Eldorado Country Club hosts a variety of events, including holiday pool parties, movie nights, and live music performances. Now, con number 2 is going to be the long commute to downtown Dallas. So if you are commuting to downtown Dallas on a regular basis, McKinney may not be the best option for you. Actually, let's hear from Alex, because Alex, you you live up north close to McKinney, so what's it like driving to downtown Dallas?
Rush hour is a nightmare beginning and end of the day. You can expect 30 minutes to an hour delay, or you can risk it and be a single occupant vehicle in the HOV lane, but if they catch you, they'll write you a ticket. Ask me how I know.
And that's why Alex keeps a blow-up doll in his truck so he can get in the HOV lane. That's what that's for, right?
Exactly.
Okay, all right, good. Got that clear. The good news is there's a $57 million improvement for Highway 75 to reduce the traffic, but should start sometime in 2024, but that could probably add to the delay as well with all the construction. And you got some pretty cool little hidden gems here in McKinney, like the Herd Science and Natural Wildlife Museum here, where you can come and learn all about plants, flowers, trees, and the various wildlife around in the area. And again, nice and quiet over here. You can hear those cicadas off in the distance, just really gives it that nice ambiance here. But let me tell you a little bit more about this section. Now, we stopped by the neighborhood of Serenity, which is just right by the Herd Natural Museum there, but I just wanted to cruise through here. There's no available listings. This is a very small, tight-knit community, but what you're going to see is very large homes, much larger lots, and this is just a really good example of a well-established neighborhood here in McKinney that's very exclusive. Homes don't come up for sale often here, so if this is something you're interested in, you've got to keep an eye out, or let us know and we'll definitely keep an eye out on this neighborhood, because it doesn't happen too often. But homes range in the million plus here and well over 5,000 square feet, and it's just nice and peaceful. It's almost like the whole community is a cul-de-sac. You don't have to worry about through traffic or anything like that. And you saw the nice little lake at the beginning. It's really a nice spot. And here we are at the TPC Golf Course Clubhouse, which is one of the nicest golf courses in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. And you'll see this is an entire community here as well, where you have shops, restaurants, apartments, townhomes, condos, massive homes throughout. And if you haven't before, you should check out our $3.8 million listing that we featured last year that sits on the 6th hole of the TPC golf course. It's an absolutely amazing property, just as this golf course is. So if you're a golf lover, this is one of the spots to be. The TPC Craig Ranch Golf Club opened its doors in 2004 and features 18-hole course that offers a memorable golfing experience. The club boasts a spacious 40,000 square foot clubhouse that embodies the charm of Texas-style ranches. Members and guests can enjoy formal dining options within the clubhouse, providing a refined culinary experience. Notably, the TPC Craig Ranch Golf Club has been recognized by Golf Digest as one of the top private golf courses in the United States. Now, we stopped by the 380 Town Crossing here just to give you a little idea of the shopping and the more of the commercialized portions of McKinney. And right here, this is literally kind of the four corners of McKinney, Allen, Frisco, and Plano right here. So all of those areas will come here for shopping, but you got your regular stuff. Jenny Craig, I didn't even know that was still around these days, but maybe I should stop in there and see if I can drop a couple. But then you've got a Super Target, for those of you that still shop there, you see on the border, I mean, some of your regular chain restaurants, Ross, Lowe's, T-Mobile stores, PetSmart's over there, LA Fitness, I mean, Mattress Firm. Oh, there's a Chipotle right there as well. Now, we're gonna take you someplace special for lunch today, so we won't bore you with some Chipotle right now, although I would go there for sure. But you can see here, pretty nice little area. You got a lot compacted right in here. McKinney, you're gonna have some of these older strip malls, although I say older, this is more like 20, 30 years old. Still has a good look to it, doesn't look run down. You will find some parts like an older McKinney around the historic area. Some of those strip malls over there, just kind of like what we discussed in our Plano vlog tour, that east side can be a little bit neglected in some areas, but you can also find some better home prices and lower values over there on top of that. But you can kind of see here, typical strip mall type of environment over here in McKinney, and it's convenient really is what it is. This is one of the most unique communities in all of McKinney called Adriatica Village, where it was modeled after an old Croatian village. I mean, look, you've got beautiful lake in the background and beautiful homes just on the other side. And you'll notice as we walk through the cobblestone streets here, all of the buildings built in cobblestone. You have a nice mixture of apartments, townhomes, and some single family residents throughout here. beautiful fountain right here in the middle, and you don't even have to go that far to get to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got a couple of cafes right there. You even have sushi within the neighborhood. On top of that, you're minutes within everything that you need, so you can just go right outside the gates here and do everything you need to do. But if you want to stay and walk around here, you got some nice elevation changes through here. Walk along the lake. You've got trails that go up and throughout and all around, so really creates a beautiful setting here, and the sunsets over here are also amazing. This is something that probably this is for very low-key, low-maintenance lifestyle. So if you don't want that suburban feel, so to speak, you want something a little bit different, but you're not gonna have a giant yard even if you're in one of those single-family homes. This is really just more of a convenience factor where you can walk within the community, do what you need to do, but you're close to everything if you need to venture out. Adriatica is a 45-acre Croatian village in the middle of McKinney's Stonebridge Ranch development. It's complete with its very own chapel and several restaurants. Also included is the Sanctuary, a music and event center. The builders are Fuller Custom Homes, and home prices range from $500,000 to over $1 million. The Dye Golf Club at the clubs of Stonebridge Ranch. It's an award-winning 18-hole course with world-class instruction, and avid golfer named it among the best private clubs in 2022. It has luxurious dining options, an on-site spa, tennis courts, and cottages for overnight guests. Now, when you're in Texas, you have to get barbecue, and the same thing with here in McKinney. You got a lot of great options. One of them is local yokel, but we had to stop by Hutchins BBQ because it is one of the top-rated barbecue restaurants, not just in Dallas, but in the state. You can see probably right there, the line is coming out. Now that line goes deep down in there, and then once you get inside, it's like a roller coaster ride where it loops all around, but probably about 20-25 minute wait. It moves pretty quickly, but you are about to get a good look at some amazing barbecue, so let's go check it out. So I got the half pound of turkey breast and the smoked brisket, of course. They gave us a little burnt end as a little extra, some mac and cheese, and then Alex got the chopped brisket sandwich. And what is that thing, the jalapeno stuff?
It's a Texas Twinkie.
The Texas Twinkie. That's jalapeno stuffed with, what is that, sausage?
Cream cheese,
cream cheese and wrapped in bacon there over here, and we'll give you the rating right after this, but let's dig in. Ooh-wee. Yummy. Watch out for that car behind you, but I just wanted to let you know, 10 out of 10. That was absolutely amazing, and man, I'm stuffed. But let's not waste any more time. Let's hit up the next spot. So here is con number 3 of living in McKinney, Texas, which is a lack of greenery, scenery, you could say almost. I mean, let's say parks and recreation. It's not really well known for a lot to do in the outside areas. There's a couple of parks kind of like this. This is the Bonnie Went Park, which is over 216 acres. So that's pretty expansive. You can see back through there, they've got a pretty cool play system there for the kids. Over on this side, you've got almost like a CrossFit style setup over there with different dip bars and pull-up rings and Olympic rings and things you can jump off of, and it's almost like Ninja Warrior style kind of scenario. But I tell you what, you come out here, listen to those cicadas. They are going crazy right now. But the thing is that between this park and the other main park in McKinney, that's pretty much it as far as park systems here. You're gonna find a lot more in Plano and Frisco, especially with Plano. You got Oak Grove Park. If you haven't checked out our full Plano vlog, you could see it there. But otherwise, that would be a big con of living here in McKinney. You'll have to travel out, but there is another park called Irwin Park where you have some pretty good mountain biking through there, which is a lot of fun to do, as you probably saw in our Windsong video where we took you through and showed you some of the mountain biking trails over in Windsong. But other than that, you do have some options for outdoor hiking and biking in McKinney, a little bit limited on the parks, but overall you can still find a couple of good spots. Bonnywick Park includes 5 different play structures, including an all abilities playground, swings, and kids-sized zip line. Has an outdoor fitness court, 2 well-lit multi-purpose fields, a pavilion available on a first-come, first-served basis, a dedicated dog park with separate sections for small and large dogs, a doggy splash pad for dogs to cool down on hot days, a fishing pond stocked with catfish, bass, and bluegill, an amphitheater with a capacity of up to 1,000 people for live entertainment and events, hiking and biking trails consisting both paved and unpaved, and the trails connect to McKinney's broader trail system for further exploration. But you know, speaking of pros and cons, it may be better just to ask Alex here, since he lives close by here, and this is where he comes for some of his recreational activities. So Alex, let me over to you. What do you like about McKinney?
McKinney's got some great outdoor mountain biking trails, and I'm a big fan of Lake Lavon, which isn't technically in McKinney, but it's just about 5 miles outside of McKinney, and go right through McKinney down 380 to get to Lake Lavon.
What do you do on Lake Lavon?
I like to ride jet skis. I also like to fish, and not your normal sit-down jet skis. They're called freestyle jet skis. So they do backflips and 360s and come out of the water, and you stand up while you ride them. So they're a little different.
And you're going to Irwin Park tonight?
And then yeah, we're gonna go hit the mountain bike trails out at Irwin Park tonight. Now, if you're familiar with the area, you've probably heard of North Shore, which is out in Grapevine. They're the best mountain bike trails in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. However, out here in McKinney, Irwin Park and Irwin Park mountain bike trails are also a great alternative, with about 10 miles of cross-country trails and 3 different jump lines depending on your skill level. And
don't you shop at the farmers market in old historic downtown McKinney?
Yeah, McKinney has a great local farmers market. It's only on Saturdays, and from I think like 7 a.m. until 11 or 12 in the afternoon, and a lot of great local vendors come out, different people from all different walks of life and different backgrounds, and you can find tons of homemade, handmade goods, from food to kitchenware to home goods, and it's just a good time.
And there you go, from one of the locals, kind of local. He lives close to here, so that's good to hear, right? And here we are at McKinney North High School, that was opened up in the year 2000 and has an A rating on niche.com and ranked one of the top schools for athletes in the state of Texas. And when you see the stadium, you'll know exactly why. McKinney North High School is also ranked top 6% of public schools in Texas. It currently serves over 2,000 students, provides over 50 pre-AP and AP and dual credit courses, has career and technology certificate programs, has 22 athletic teams. The average SAT score is 1170. The average ACT score is 26 and has a 16-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. McKinney Boyd High School has an A rating from niche.com, one of the best college prep public high schools in Texas. Opened in 2006, serves currently over 3,000 students, awarded the Level 2 certification in Marzano High Reliability Schools, the average SAT score of 1210, average ACT score of 27, and a 17-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. Now that brings us to con number 4, which is going to be extreme weather. And whenever I say extreme weather, I'm talking about the hailstorms and the tornadoes. This is something that we get some questions about quite a bit. People are always a little concerned. They hear about tornadoes. The reality is that they happen from time to time. They do. We're just in that part of, we're at the southern tip of Tornado Alley, not completely in there. I mean, just really right on the edge. But, you know, every once in a while, tornadoes will happen in the area. Usually more warnings than actual touchdowns or damage that happen. And, you know, I've been here for 20 plus years. I've never had a problem, but there has been the occasional damage come through, but they're usually pretty short-lived. They're not like the ones in the Midwest or Oklahoma where they just, you know, completely destroy everything. So I wouldn't be really, well, you can tell we live here, so I'm not too concerned about it. So it's not a big deal. Now, hailstorms, those are a lot more frequent, and with hailstorms, then you can get damage, quite a bit of damage on your roof and your cars and anything else you've got sitting outside. So that is something you want to make sure you've got a good insurance policy, because they will take care of it, but at the same time, it can be a pain sometimes to get that stuff taken care of. We just had a hailstorm recently. One of our company trucks, Travis's truck actually, got completely damaged, just hail damage. I mean, the truck was fine, but runs okay. But it's just, you know, you got to take it to the dealer or the collision place, get it all fixed. The hood, the roof was all dented in, broke his side mirror. And I've seen anywhere from, you know, pebbles, marbles, up to golf ball sized hail before I have. And that can happen randomly in the spring, usually is whenever you see it. And if you've got a garage, it's always better to park your car in the garage during hail season, which is really the springtime. I would say March, April-ish, really. Other than that, shouldn't have a problem. So now we're in the community of Trinity Falls, one of the nicer, majorly planned communities here in McKinney, and it's really nice. Now we're coming up on one of the listings right here. You will see, actually there's two listings right next to each other. One for $560,000, the other one for right at $550,000. You can see they're just 2 doors apart from each other. And this is what you're going to find over here in this community. You're going to find these types of homes with that traditional Texas look of the mix of the rock and the brick in here. You've got some pretty good sized yards on these corner lots, but otherwise these are very standard homes here in this community, and they've got quite a few amenities going on as well. I always feel like it's trash day whenever we go out and tour the neighborhoods. It doesn't matter what day I go out, Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, it's always trash day, it seems like. But you get the idea. Hey, at least they've got trash service, right? I mean, that's the most important thing. You don't want trash all over the place. So let me tell you a little bit more about these listings. So this first listing is $560,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with 2,532 square feet. It was built in 2017. And the price per square foot is around $221. The second listing is $550,000. It's 3 bedrooms and 3 baths with 2,371 square feet. It was built in 2014, putting the price per square foot around $232. Trinity Falls is a 2,000-acre Johnson development community in McKinney, Texas. It offers beautiful new homes by award-winning home builders, acres of open green spaces, miles of forested trails, and opportunities to connect with neighbors and friends. The builders include Chesmar Homes, Coventry Homes, Del Webb Homes, Bree Custom Homes, Highland Homes, and Perry Homes. Trinity Falls residents have access to B.B. Owen Park, a 350-acre natural park with winding trails, lakes, and lots of critters. And that brings us to pro number 4. Which is lots of residential options. I mean, we could spend an entire week taking you through all the different neighborhoods of McKinney. There's so much to offer here. All these different communities, all these different styles. I mean, you have everything from the old historic to the brand new construction to Croatian villages, I mean, to ranch style settings. I mean, it just goes on and on here in McKinney. It was the fastest growing city in the United States for, what was that, like 2014, I think, 2015, according to one of those magazines, Money Magazine. So it's had a significant amount of growth, it's still growing, and it's moving north as well for the new construction opportunities. But then again, you have everything, you know, close to the historic downtown for the old and all the mid-range, you could say, in between. Really adds a nice diversity of housing here in McKinney. And then that brings us to con number 5, which is the heat. Yes, and we put the heat all in its own category. I mean, today it's like 100 degrees, which is why we try to start out early in the morning as possible to get as much done as possible, because it's hot. 100 degrees. Now, I don't know, growing up in this environment, it doesn't really bother me too much. At the same time, I'm not gonna just be hanging outside as long as possible unless I'm close to water. anytime you're in the pool or on the lake, it's always feels about 10 degrees cooler, so it makes it a lot more manageable. But you're gonna need to have your sun protection, especially for the kids. I mean, because you can get burnt quickly here, very quickly, especially in the middle of the day. You're pretty safe up till about 9 a.m. I would say, and then after 5 p.m. and you're pretty good there. But in between, you got to be careful. You can fry some eggs on the cement. I promise you, it gets hot. So that is something that a lot of northerners and coastline people are not ready for. They're not used to. But I don't know. You adapt over time. And me, I'd rather be hot than cold. So you northerners, I mean, everybody wants to get down south anyways eventually, right? Nobody likes the cold forever. Just be ready. It's going to get hot here. And that brings us to pro number 5, which is going to be more affordable housing. You see, McKinney has a median home price of around $530,000 as of 2023, which makes it a little bit more affordable than many other suburbs around North Dallas, including Frisco, which is around $650,000, Salina around $647,000, and Fairview around $619,000. So that's a pretty significant difference. And again, whether you're on the east side versus the west side, east side, you're going to find a little bit more affordable housing than that as well. But if you go somewhere like Trinity Falls, where you can find some new construction and some pre-existing for in the 500s, that's very desirable because it's a great community. But overall, as you saw, McKinney is very well diverse and a lot going on here. I mean, it's endless opportunities here. Plus, you have close proximity to Frisco, to Allen for all your shopping, Prosper as well, and Plano. I mean, just everything you need is going to be very close to McKinney, except for downtown Dallas. Now, if you've got to commute to downtown Dallas, that's going to be a problem. But if you're working over in Frisco or Plano, then you're going to have a much easier commute. Well, if you've made it this far, make sure you check the description down below. You can download our free relocation guide. And if you're local in the market as well, and you want to know maybe what your home value is, you can check the description for that. So if you want to get a free home evaluation, or if you're even looking for a cash offer on your home, that's a simple way to do it as well. That is in the information below. But you're also welcome to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom call, which is our favorite. We'd love to meet you in person on Zoom. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Levi. My business partner is Travis, and the team and I, we get contacted every single day from people just like you. Hey, it's amazing. We absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just feel free to reach out. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Dallas. Until next time, well, we hope to show you around town. So let's get... Did I record that last part? So the con of... all right. We can step in the shade though. Voiceover.
You aren't recording on the... I just noticed.
What if I told you that the number 5 fastest growing zip code in the entire United States was also the most affordable